A new dawn, a new day, and a new stream. Hello, and welcome back, everybody. Today, we're gonna do something different than normally. Reading Dutch is harder than listening to it. Yeah, that's actually true. That is true. So today, I wanna go around the world and check out what we have done or what has been done in the world, also by others. Reason being, I just had the mods of the copycats updated. And I do want to make sure that nothing like crashes my game, etc. before we start really building again. Because what I had to do like last time around was quite a lot of work after resetting the world back and then fixing all of the things that we already did again, etc. So, what we're gonna do, quite simple. Why rip your says York's base? I think it's still running, right? Or isn't it running anymore because of the a website not being available, or like your thing, the code? Rip. I must say that video also of like that system in the base is still running pretty good. I still get like a lot of things on it, like actual likes and comments. So yeah. Oh, I see. Sorry, let me get a fan real quick on me. I hope it isn't inside of the mic, but I don't think so. If I sit like this. Yeah, okay, so you can fix it. So what I want to do is wait on the train to go around the world, but actually I think we're gonna take that train. So I don't know, do I have time to run around? Do we make the train? Will we make the train? I want to do everything without flying right now. I hope we make it. So that means if we take that train first, we're first going to Joey's base, yeah, or well, his new base, I guess. If we make it. Let's first see if we make it. We need to be on platform 1. Maybe. But I will soon make my own, because I now have a wheat farm and I will have an egg farm. So, yeah. So let's sit in this carriage, because I think there is another guy in here too. Hello, Mr. Passenger. This will be our friend for the journey. Yeah. So yeah, just riding around the world today, because the updates of the Copycat mod. It also means we can continue with the station building again, because I wanted to wait for the multi-state things, where you can do way more nice things and details. Actually, we didn't look at the yard over here, but we'll do that in the end, I guess. Let's just first travel around the world. I'll go in F4 mode. So, we leave our own rail yard. We see our little other engines. And this area used to be the base of some other guys on the old server. That's sadly removed, but in the first streams it's still there. Just like this shop, which I still want to remove. Of course, we ride along my oil farm thingy, which is, yeah, making some oil. Also, the live stream where we built that is gone. Because I didn't download it. Is that be a fill-in for people who left like everyone else, basically? No. It just randomly, like, is sitting in there. I don't know where it got from. Maybe it was just flying around over here in the forest, and then all of a sudden it went into, like, the carriage. So, I'll just have him stay there. What would be fun to have villagers on all of the trains, actually. I might do that one day, but at the same time, more mobs make more lag. So... This is Yorick's rail yard. Updated the rails together with him. Was a lot of fun. This is probably one of the most realistic setups for like the rails right now over on the server. I don't know why, but my train seems to struggle around here. Flew around the train and then entered the seat. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And his beautiful station building. So here we go. We're almost in. I'm gonna hop out here. Holy shit. The server doesn't like something right now. Let me quickly open the console to see if I see any errors or shit. Let me get out first, sorry. And now let me check the dashboard. No, it's just server overloaded. There's no errors or shit. No. No clue, no clue. Hello, greetings from the server. You have just entered the best base I'm hosting. Yes, that's true. Yeah, hello Joey. So this is Yorick's station. Looking very nice. Very big also. I think all of my engines stop here. Maybe the goods train doesn't stop, but goes through it. Yeah, there isn't really a station building next to it, or like half of it, sort of. After this, he left, so yeah, he's probably never coming back. So that's it for his base, I guess. But let's walk into the factory, which isn't working anymore, am I right, Joey? Like, nothing is working anymore, right? Well, the steam engines still are. Hello? Okay, so that's borked too. Elevator borked. Okay, don't know what's up with that. Well, everything still has, I guess, a power, so the boilers are still working. So yeah, 4 steam engines, no, 3 steam engines working the fastest they can to power this whole base. Actually, it looks like it's still working, Joey. Or maybe it's just, no, this is, I think, the last state. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so nothing is generating anymore. If you want to check out how this all worked, be sure to check down the video on YouTube, because it was very epic. Basically, as soon as I got like an item from this wall, or below, whoa, what? Wait, where are all the items? Ah, here. It would make more by itself, and then make it really efficiently, because everything would be sorted out all over like 9 of these, or even more. So yeah. Very epic. A base still looks really cool though. So I gotta admit that. The only thing I've always hated was stuff like this. But that would turn invisible. That's from the how's that mod called? The framed mod or something. There's basically a sort of framed blocks mod, but then for fabric. And we got that at the start, and it turns out to be really shitty, because everything is like invisible from certain angles. And then afterwards we got the mod with copycats, which is way better. So yeah, this is just their factory building. This is a later expansion, and this is an... I've never seen this actually. What's inside of here? Is that the crushers and shit? Yeah, okay, that is. So it was first this building, then this got added, and then that got added, I think. Still looking quite nice. As I said, the station building and the Tower of Terror. Ah, I see. I see. Ah. Aha. Over here we see the Tower of Terror, which is looking pretty nice. Used to work. Well, the music is still running. Are you sure the code doesn't work anymore, Joey? Because the music still is. Maybe it just keeps on going. It's just loud as shit, by the way. Sorry for that. Yeah, so this ride used to work all the way through. Probably not anymore, but... Let me get out of here, because it's way too much noise in here. And the ride probably doesn't work anyway. Let me quickly... Sorry, this is the only time I'm gonna fly, probably. Why do I hear phantoms? What? Oh, I know why. You guys, like, Got a phantom stuck somewhere, right? I think so. Oh yeah, here it is. Hello, guy. So... It's our pet. Yeah, okay, I see. So that's it for this area, I guess. Let me see. Where do I hop on? We also have these things to go to each base, but I like to take the trains because it's way more fun. I will have to wait for the express or one of the trains. One is just left, so... Yeah, I'm not taking that one. I'm not going back to the base. Aha, I see. Actually, I think the other one also goes back to base. Which one does it? Which way does it go over there? Yeah. Yeah, they both go back to base. You're supposed to become an actor in Tot. What the fuck? So yeah, beautiful little station. Beautiful little rail yard. Sadly enough, there's a loop and not like an ending station. But that's a lot of work. So I guess why... I get why you wouldn't do that. Okay, let's jump in with Mr. B. Oh, he's at the front now. Hello, Mr. B. We're back. And then we'll go from our rail yard to the other areas. To Beer's base. Beer and Koen. And from there on, I guess we'll steal their engine for a little bit to drive up to Joey's old base. So how long are we gonna wait? Ah, there we go. So over here, there's still a plan, or there was a plan to make a big bridge. That will probably never happen. But yeah, look at that. Love it. Flying island over there. Also, Brian's base is still there too, but it's not connected by rails, I think. So I have no clue. Well, we can fly there, or I guess. Like the rest of the bases are connected, so. Yeah, and I still need to do way more with this oil farm over here and actually make wagons to move them back to the base, make the shunting setup, etc. So a lot of work still left to do, but I don't know if that's ever going to be finished, to be honest. This, I think this one is still from the guy that had his base here, like this old bridge. So that's fun. You can also see some remnants of the old base over there of actually... what was his name again? Pyrex, I think, yeah. It was Pyrex. Okay, so we have a slight backup of trains, but... So we're gonna take the express from this platform, platform 7. Towards Joey's base and the rest of the world. Let me actually check where that is right now in the world. Let me see. Oh, that's not even close yet. No, that's just left the world. Okay, so let's check out some other things then around here. Bye-bye. So, of course, we have our main factory. First factory we ever built, I think, on the server. It's still shown in the images, like when we start up the live streams, actually. You can still see, like, this building had, like, greenery around it and trees. It was the first building. Steam engine, first steam engine. And then slowly we expanded. This was a later addition, the storage was later addition. Smelters down below. This was later edition, I think. Cobble Gen. This is version 6 or something. because I wanted to remove as much as I could entity-wise. Also, since we placed the chunk loader, our zinc factory has gone like wild and made, I think, 11,000 zinc blocks. So that's pretty good. All of our systems for the iron farm, gold farm, andesite farm, etc. Which is way too much of a mess and way too laggy. We will never do that again. Blaze farm. And down below we have our redstone farm. Let me open the screen so I can watch where the trains are driving. So down here is the redstone farm. I think there's the schematic over on the Discord maybe. I'm not quite sure though. So very nice. Here we have also a way up. This comes from the infinite lava pool. The source is like that way. Power steam engines, etc. That lava is from the old lava setup, which I never removed. But oh well. So the first computer craft system that we built over on the server was actually this one. For switching on and off the iron farm, gold farm and andesite farm. Sorry. So yeah, as soon as we switch it on, items are moving in, getting watered, whatever. We have plenty of iron and stuff. So let's not turn that on. Because there's our car. We have a zinc factory. The zinkery was built later, of course. A lot later, actually. Than most of our stuff. But yeah, we have a zinc farm. Let me quickly run there and then run back to the base so we can be in time for the train. So this little building contains the zinc farm. And as you might hear... Oh wait, okay, it's generating more sand now, that's good. So now it's just being bottlenecked on the soul sending process. Yeah, I think so. So as you see, it's a pretty complicated machine, I guess you could say. But it works very well. It works very well. I think it was like 30 blocks, or no, 64 blocks each hour or something. I don't know. I don't know exactly how much it was, but as you could see, our little truck is arriving here. I'm gonna actually hop on the truck and see if we can go back to base on this one. It is unloading first, so maybe running is faster, but... Yeah, so that's a building inspired on some images online. Still need to do a lot of work around there to make it look better. Of course, the main area is that area over there, which we'll check out later, more of it. Yeah, let's first hop on the trains right now. I don't know if the express is coming our way first. Oh, okay, sorry. I fell off the car. Let me just cheat a little bit. I think I need to... No, I don't need to cheat. Okay, we're gonna run up to the express platform. This is, of course, the build site for the big station building, which is not gonna have this exact shape. A little different. But way better. Yes, there it is. Hello. Beautiful. So, behind there you see the engine shed. Or roundhouse. And over there you see the engine depot. So, the storage facility for all the engines. Also, there are holes in the floor which I still need to fix. Let's just jump into one of these. So, as you can see, these ones are a little more luxurious. With a little table. Oh, with the invisible side to... Let me make a picture of that for the guys over at the Copycats page. So these were some wagons we designed, I think later. Like the red ones are the first ones. Then these. And then the little wagons for the branch line. Oh yeah, we also need to go up to the branch line. There's so much to see in this world. It's insane. So let's just stare at the sunset. Beautiful. Of course, our engine depot or a workshop. And over the water we go. There used to be a lot more water. We cleared up like quite a bit of it. And of course, we have signals around everywhere for safe riding of our trains, which works beautifully. Over here is of course the farm area, which we've worked on the last 5 streams. At least last few streams. Oh, and there's the engine from the branch line, which stops there. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, so the farm is coming along nicely. We'll surely have to do some more work on it, but it's getting somewhere. Under the tunnel. I also need to decorate up all of those tunnels. And next to the coal farm. Or the coal mine. Never finished a project from like stream number 20 or something. Yeah, I still need to do a lot of work on that too, but it looks beautiful. I still like it. There are some things in the world I don't like, or a base is looks a little old or simple. Could use an upgrade. Yeah, and as you can see, this is the base of actually Kenyox. He lives like next to us. So I can see my whole base from here. Yeah, he was planning on expanding over here, but... Well, actually last stream he said he might be back. So we'll have to see about that. If he lied or if he was actually saying the truth. So we can slowly enter the station of Beer and Koen. Beautiful little factory building. Behind it there's a station, and in front of it there's a goods yard, I guess, sort of. Let me just quickly hop on off. There are sometimes mobs around there, that's why I turn off F1 mode, so I can quickly sleep without being ambushed by a creeper and blowing up their base. Also, the railroad traverser thing is now out on YouTube. A different style of video than I did normally, so I don't know what you guys think of it, but let me hear. Oh. Where's my sword? Why is my sword in my backpack? Okay, that's very weird. Yeah, beautiful surroundings also. What is this building? Have I ever seen this building? A bee? Oh, it's a greenhouse for bees. Oh, that's epic. I love that. Nice, 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 nice. And there's a little walkway through the station into their base. Yeah, looking cool, looking cool. The only thing I don't like here is the rail line used to be at this space, but I think Bear built it like one over by accident and then had to fix it with the tracks. So there's a bend there and there's a bend there. It's not really that noticeable, but it's about the small details, you know. So they also, of course, have a factory making iron, making... Oh. Okay, that's pretty smart to do it like that. And of course, if we go back here, there's a smeltery. There's more machinery. This is a... What is this? Spout. A track making machine and a machine for railroad. Sturdy sheets, I think. So this is their cobblestone farm. Yeah, it's just the normal one. With loads of items next to it, but actually no. There aren't that many items next to it. Pretty smart. Pretty smart system, if you ask me. Definitely need to switch that off when nobody's near. This is saying create machines. Well, it isn't. And rails? No, that's not true. But it is a nice storage, little storage thing. I think it automatically stores it in there. This is actually the base they or Bear also had on the old server, so. Building blocks, things like that. Actually, isn't there an elevator? There was an elevator, right? Oh, here it is. Oh, it still works. There it is. Little cage. There's a bedroom. What? What? That's new. Never seen this before. They have XP. Okay. Very cool. I love this. Oh, you had more of a view, like, without that tower and without the station, but still looks nice. Let me go to main floor. Okay, and there's a train waiting, but what I will do is actually hop on over to this little engine. I think it's made, by Koen or something. Yeah, it's not my style of engine, but it does look pretty okay for like not using any of the normal copycats or like new local metal things and shit. If you just use like base create, this is pretty good, to be honest. So I will just drive. Oh, yeah, okay. It will just be backwards, but that's fine. Why is my view stuck? Why am I stuck with my view? Green. Yeah, now I have to watch signal. Yeah, okay. See, that's what I mean. I think we can. Yeah. Okay. It's green. That one is also green. Sorry? What? Oh, I wasn't sitting in the seat. That's why. Aha. So I think from here the line is clear and we have nobody to, or nothing to annoy us. First base we're visiting is Poseidon's base. Let me just stop it here. So this is Poseidon's base. Currently I think a lot of stuff is off. Don't know why. He built a church. Or cathedral, however you might call it, I don't know. I think it's from his local town, but I'm not quite sure. And he built like a car dealer. With, yeah, a beautiful lightning McQueen on the front of it. Very nice. It's very empty. There used to be music in here. What is in here? Nothing. Okay, so his machines are still running. He was kind of the new guy to create, so yeah, he built kind of like shitty setups. But it's still nice. It's still nice. Yeah, I think he did most like building stuff, and then he wasn't on the server that long. And the hours that he was here, he was like figuring out how to work with it, with the mods. Anyway, let's continue on to Ops base. Ab Rosenbaum, which has left us for a while. He was together with Joey at first. But after Up left, Joey went to Yorick's base. So first he lets me and some others build a giant rail line to his base. And then he says like, yeah, I'm not gonna really be online anymore. It's quite a long rail line. I do like to get a actual rail, like how do you call it? To get like a rail service to his base, because it is quite far away. So it is a nice destination. And I do have some platforms free. I think platform 5, platform 3 are still free. So there's the base. Driving straight up to it. At first I hated the idea of driving straight up to it over the lake. And I said go around it because it looks way better. But it looks okay. I saw something flying up in there and I think it was the elevator resetting. So here we are. They have a little return loop. Where I'd like to get off. And not fall into the void. So, is there a lift? Oh yeah, the lift is also down here, right? Can I call it down here? Yeah, I can. Right. So it's just a giant fucking tower with a lift in it. I think, if I'm right, yeah. These are also ran by the PC system of Joey, so this isn't working either, I think. But I'm not quite sure. Of course, the machinery is still running, but no items are being moved. It's mainly the item moving that... Yeah, this base looks pretty cool too. I mostly like actually the tower. It's made from like another... So, yeah, the walls are nice too. They're simple, but they're nice and cool. So over here I keep stealing my sandwiches. Over here there's, I think, a cow locked in for milk. And then we get to the main part. Mushroom farm over there. So over here they built like... The original idea was to make a lot of food items and then sell them in sort of a shop. Never really got far along, but... Yeah, it's kind of a mess down here. This is the roof. The roof is also kind of cool. I like the roof. Sheep farm. Oh, they have a lot of sheep, by the way. What the fuck? I need to farm my wool over here. So, main floor. Main floor, you see some of the vibe of actually the tower. The greenhouse with the bees. Beautiful. And let me show the tower from the outside, because it's so epic. This is actually the tower from the theme park server we all used to be a part of, called Caraventure. And yeah, it's still beautiful. And the way it sits on this island in the middle of it, even better. This tower burned down once. I think it got rebuilt or reset. All these bases are like subs or something. No, these bases are like from other guys that used to be on the server, which aren't on it anymore. The server is basically hosted by how do I say that? So we have a gaming server together with some friends from a old Minecraft theme park server that we used to host, and that's where this create server is also hosted on. There used to be other friends and subs on the server too, but that got way too laggy because we had like too many bases eventually. So -3 unused. Another floor. Machine room. So this is the machine I helped him build. Still works to this day. That looks weird. I didn't build it like that. But yeah, it's just a simple machine with a shaft going up for this thing. And this would be the dragon bar, so the highest place in the tower, where you could sit and eat your food. No, we don't really do any... any, or we don't allow any others on the server anymore, since it's really started actually to lag a lot at a certain point. And at the same time, I'm fine with that, because I have no other guys like right next to me, etc. What I did notice is with like guys that were new to create, they didn't really realize how much space you need, and they all wanted to live really close together. And now I do have more room for my railways, so I like that. Okay, there are a lot of buckets in here. And I have no clue why, because what the fuck? Okay, okay, very weird. These used to be water wheels, I know that. So I was actually looking for the water wheels, but sadly enough they are gone. Let's go back to the train rail. Let's actually sleep for a quick second. So yeah, that's the main reason we don't allow any others on the server anymore. Also because we made like a sort of deal, like, for example, if I would invite someone, then others could do the same, you know? And then eventually you also have like 40 guys on the server. So we just said, you know, we're not gonna allow anyone anymore. If I ever buy my own server, if I want to do next seasons or something, I might. I will have to limit those, so I will have to see how. Like right now, the only mod and viewer that's on the server is, I think, Caniox. But he had also been with that theme park server for like a few years, so everybody knew him. Okay. I'm thinking of doing a series on the Create or the Steam and Rail server. If I do a next one. But we'll have to see about that. I don't know how fast that server is. I still want to make a station, by the way, over here. Ah, I see. Yeah, well, these guys sort of like it, but at the same time don't really. Yeah, I get that. Oh, also, I remember the time when... Wait, let me just stop here. When this whole area... Oh, the rails are still there. So, this whole area, like the rail line wasn't there yet. And as a joke, they stole like my first steam engine with wagons that was driving around the world. And they sort of made a rail line to steal it like over here. It was sitting on this rail. And I had no clue where it was. I didn't find it until I looked at the online map and I saw like, oh, it's somewhere off the rails or something. So yeah, I had to build a rail line. I think that was like a lot of streams ago. You rage left your world and deleted it. Why? What the fuck? So we're slowly getting into the mainline area again. So we need to watch signals. Let me check. Still green. Green. Not green, not green. See, there's a signal there, but you cannot read that signal, so... Didn't have the time to fix stuff. Yeah, but why do you remove it then, or actually, like... You should, like, have it stored somewhere, and then later on when you think, like, oh, I might have the time right now, let's do something right now, you know? Let me turn this engine around for them. I think there's like a little loop here, which I can take. Yeah, there's a loop. Straight ahead we go. And travel around. On to the right. Straight ahead once. And then, oh yeah, I have to drive up and then move down so I can store it. Otherwise it might fuck up my other trains. I was like, yeah, I'll spend too much time on this shit and now I can't even look at it anymore. RIP. Okay, let's see. Let's park this here. There it is, back at the station where it used to come from. So, let me walk up here. Actually, how do we cross this? Oh, I guess via the top floor? Yeah. This is the only way of getting along, or... I'm only adding mods one by one and then to test it out if there are any conflicts. Oh, it got broken because of a mod conflict, sorry. I just now read that. Yeah, mod conflicts are shit. Always back up your worlds. That's like exactly what I did for updating the things with the copycats right now, the mod. Just back up your world. I see. And yeah, then of course, if it doesn't work, you can always check out which one doesn't work. And which one does. So I actually hope the steam engine, the big steamer, comes around here. Well, yeah, that's in the rail yard right now, so we'll have to wait for that. Because then I can hop on that steam engine and then travel towards the base. Oh yeah, and we also need to do the branch line still. Actually, no, we're gonna do it a little differently. Yeah, you don't have anything left, so you can't even shoot. Oh, you can still shoot. It's the other guy. Because there's another base I forgot, which isn't linked to the railway yet. And that's Nout's base. Let me fly over there. There isn't much to see, but I have been stealing from his thingy farm. How do you call it? That. The Ripstone farm, I have been stealing from that. Or well, waiting here and for like one night and then getting the resources that I got. Anyway, this is Nout's base. It was going to be a sort of concrete factory. This is just this temporary setup, I think. Nothing final. Yeah, everything is still hollow, but... This area back here looks really cool. With like, over there, the tanks. This thing here sort of has made before, but it's to load up engines and trains. Oh, and oh, wow. He has a really cool steam engine. What the fuck? It isn't really realistic. It looks... Because it's a barrel with steam engines on top. And it's quite slow. Oh yeah, because it's lower engine tiers. But it does look really cool. So is that actually where his base gets the power from? No, I think these are linked. Oh yeah, oh, they go down. They do go down. Or does he have like another steam engine sitting here? Yeah, he has a steam engine sitting there. This is a separate system. Anyway, let me check the rail map real fast. Where is that train driving right now? What? Oh, it drives around the other way. Ah, okay. That's not so nice. Well, over there we see Bear's base. And over there we should see our own base. Since we have already traveled like the main line, why not take a boat This is definitely a boat. This is definitely not flying over water. We're taking a boat. See? Boat. There's another boat. Here we are. Our little rail yard. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So let me just land here. Not on the tracks. F4 mode, turn that off. So, of course, over like the span of half a year, we've built our little rail yard here. I've already shown you the zinc factory and the main factory and the station, of course. Well, the station is, yeah, I didn't really show it. We ran through it. But it looks beautiful. I just need to add some decorations on these still. And some lamps. But the signaling and everything is set up quite well right now. It does require a lot of signals. But yeah, I think, let me see. That building we built first, then we built the station. Or most of it, like the platform sort of, but flying, I think. We built some rails. Some extra rails. We started building the rails up here. First, like, just one rail in and one rail out and the turntable, or like 3 rails or something. Like, the rails were set up pretty fast. Everything around it took a little longer, of course. Yeah, then we built the engine depot. Let me actually take you inside of there, because it looks quite cool. Actually, let's take the sort of... Yeah, we should have taken the safe route. So, there's a walkway that goes through the copycat factory. And from the copycat factory, we are normally able to walk over this. There's a fence here, so you cannot just run on it, but you have to check side to side. And then walk over the tracks. So one of the first buildings, maybe it was this. Yeah, I think this is like an older building. The signal box, of course. Every rail yard needs a signal box. Maybe that was the first building after the station. Let's try and take them by order. You see all these beautiful signals here? They are controlled through the signal box. At least that's what a signal box does in real ways. Of course, all of these signals are fully like running on themselves. But I still wanted to have like a signal box. These contain the stuff too from actually the mod. Oh, it's called templates. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like that mod since shit turns invisible when it's like an upside down slope. The slopes are not really necessary. I do need to update this with the copycats mod, and the only thing I like is the door thing. But yeah, of course a little walkway up to the signal box. It's empty inside. I first had an idea to make a big screen in here, where I could actually control the rail yard from. And a PC running on itself, on full auto mode, which could select random platforms, I guess. It would have worked. It would have worked. I figured out later, because apparently in stations or in schedules you can use the star as a wildcard. So, yeah, I didn't know that at the time. Now I do. So it could have worked, but then all my engines needed to be the same length, etc. for the disassembly and reassembly stuff. So I think it's for the better that we didn't do that. Yeah, it looks quite cool still. Could use an upgrade, could use like some bytes and stuff. This was before we got the copycats mod, I think. Yeah, so that's that. And in the cellar, there's the most important system of the whole railway system. Or at least my part of the yard. This is the mainframe. This is just... don't look at that. That's just so I know where it was in the code back then. And if it was running everything. This PC runs all of the trains that come in and out of this yard. Or well, all of the engines. So when an engine arrives with wagons, it senses it. And it will call for another engine from the depot to drive up to that set. Because schedules are broken in Create, or were broken, I don't know if they're fixed already. Like you couldn't set a schedule through Computercraft because it would mess up the order. No, no. I might do that one day to actually see like a list of all these things. But I do have to change the code then, so I'll have to see about that. Yeah, because the order of the schedules, if you set them through Computercraft, is bugged, I had to implement a system where there's a cable running from the signal box to each one of those, to the stations in there, and to the station up here. So it will just set one thing at a time. So right now, this one received the information to drive up to here. And if we go run into the box, we can soon see it change to... So it set the speed, and now it says to move the train from ID station engine lead to ID track 1 recouple and to wait 2 seconds. Yeah, that's true. I don't like the slopes either. I must say on like steam engines, etc., they can work quite well. I get why people use the frame blocks mod over on Forge to build better looking engines. I get that. But no. I don't like the aesthetic overall. I like it better with copycats. With copycats you can also build like quite detailed arches like this. This is quite round too. So I'm fine with this sort of shape, you know. So yeah, let's just continue. This is our BR41 engine. I built that after I visited like a real life Steam event. So yeah. It looks a little different than the other engines. It looks better though, definitely. When we're walking past here anyway. This is the real, the harbor dock. The bay, I guess. If one of these opens, the bridge, boats can wait here for the next one to open. These bridges are working, but not really. Because for some reason this one is bugged. It has to do with... well, maybe it works right now. I don't believe... I don't think so. I think if I flick the switch, only one of them will go up. And not both. Oh, they do work again. They do work again. Oh. We got our little draw a bridge action. And a car can drive over it. Let me actually get a car. Let me lower that down. I still need to set up working ships. So that's definitely a next thing on the list. Okay, it's all the way down again. Let me grab the car that's sitting here. Depends on what you want to build, yeah. Yes and no, because I must say, Minecraft needs to stay Minecrafty. And in order for that to happen is the voxel thing needed, you know? Like the little ledges are already going quite far, like that you see over there in that building. The copycat slices. I think that's already quite far. You can detail a lot of shit with that. But you shouldn't go further than that. So as you can see, our car drives up over the bridge. Perfectly fine. It's just done with some phantom rails down below. You can still see the bogies flying. That's the only annoying part, but oh well. Overall, that's fine. Let me get the car off. The lorries also, they are built when the zinc farm was made, I think. So, or one of them, and then later on I built another one like this. Okay, so yeah. If I ever got a structure, we'll upgrade, train some steel. Train maintenance building. Oh, this one. This one, which we are arriving right now. So, yeah, little dock side with some ladders to go up if you fall in the water, some hooks to hook on your boat, and another bridge, of course. So, yeah, let's actually get into the train depot, which you were talking about. One of the additions. Also, I'm turning down the music a little bit. It felt quite loud to me. Yeah, beautiful little building. I think it was the first building after the signal box, maybe. When the whole area used to be still wilderness and green. Nowadays, that's different. So, yeah. It's basically a maintenance shed building. Over there, the roof looks quite nice, I think. It has these steam vents. So if a steam engine comes in here, the steam goes out from the top. It has the catwalks. So to get up to the train. It has the rails that are without the things, without the ties. And of course it has like a little area down below so you can actually work on the engine and look at it. This is especially nice for me. I always like assemble engines here so I can have the redstone links visible for me and I can easily fit them with the right frequency for the turntable and things like that. And of course every shed needs a working door, so it has a working door. Which is quite slow, but that's fine. Yeah, this building feels really nice still after a lot of time. Let me just reopen that. Have you never seen that? Wow. Yeah, and over here I just have like a cannon to build all of my engines and things. Yeah. Pretty cool building. These are the frequencies for my turntables, some conductors, helmets, so I can make conductors, things like that. It's also nice next to the copycat factory, so I can get my stuff real easy if I need more. Let's do it by order, shall we? Maybe, actually, I think I built the coal crane way before the signal box and the thing. Yeah, I think the coal crane was one of the first things. That's also like the thumbnail of Stream Archives 10 to 20. I built that thing quite fast. It wasn't working, or well it was, but like manual mode. Right now it's full automatic. Just hop on there. So, the coal crane, a plant, however you want to call it. Yeah. Based on the Marklin coaling tower, I think it's called. I still love this thing so much. It adds so much to the world, so much movement and things like that. Over here, set up some watering things later on, the water towers. Those got bugged with the copycat mod update thing, so I had to redo them, and now they're one lower, so they look kind of weird. Need to fix that. This system actually works. So you saw that thing go down on the engine. What happens if I load in here some coal, which I'll still have to set up, but inside of the boat, there is a system for that. Oh, also, the boat. The boat is based on a barge, and I just added like a chimney to it, and now it's a steam engine barge. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but it works, I guess. Yeah, so boat was built later than the crane. All of the decoration around there was built later than the crane, but it's there now. And the crane basically takes coal from the boat. Oh, you gotta go. See you later. Yeah, the crane takes coal from the boat. The boat or the crane moves it into the bunker, and the bunker moves it into the train. Pretty nice system. Works pretty well. And with the automation through Computercraft over here, it turned out to be quite a easy and reliable system. I had to make some changes. So for example, there's now a sequence gear shift inside of the crane itself, instead of just turning it 90 always. Sorry, a Computercraft controlled sequence gear shift. So it turns like left, or right now it's turning right. And somebody said like on a realistic one you wouldn't see it move like the same way always, because then it would unwind itself. And I get, actually that's not really true, but yes, at the same time you of course need like in there also some power and things, so I guess it made sense. But for that reason I've updated some actual code later on to make it go back on itself. So it always rotates backwards and forwards. I can add more stops to it by just adding a redstone detector. Oh, there you can see one. And I can also add 90-degree stops to it. So yeah, that's pretty nice. On the crane itself, it is always checking which way it's facing. So these redstone things check which way it's facing. So if they're on, well, I don't know why they're all on. Oh, I guess because it's moving. Yeah, now they're off. Yeah. So see, there's one redstone contact over here. It will turn this one on right now, so it knows. Okay, right now it's at 90 degrees. And if it goes on, it will check and it will see, okay, I'm at 180, so I can lower my bucket down. All of these are coded, like the where it has to go are inside of the code. And right now it's not running a randomized script, but it's running like a sequence, and it's randomized enough. I could randomize it, but yeah, I haven't done that really. These are set up, by the way. The station names are different from each other, with like a 1 and a 2 at the end. And engines have a wildcard schedule, so they can always choose like the lane that's free. That's why you see this one moving in here right now. The other one was occupied. So the engine knew that, and it wanted to go into the second one. Pretty nice, pretty nice, pretty nice. And some ash little things, like actually the pits, the ash pits. I need to add some things here, maybe some more deco, but yeah, we'll have to see. Of course, I need to build this whole area still with a not a yard or station master's office, but a harbor master office. Things like that. So over here we see our biggest invention from the last years. Of course, it's the turntable. This is the turntable version 3. The turntable version 1 was like the one that went off like crazy. I think it has like 70,000 views right now, which is insane. But yeah, the version 3 looks way better. Works way better. Yeah, just a beautiful little thing. And on the side of that, there's the engine roundhouse, which we designed later. It's just for deco, although I must say this track works. This track, you can have an engine on it, and this track you can have an engine on it. I might build some engines just so it looks nicer. But yeah, that's the roundhouse, a beautiful little thing. I think it adds a lot to our railway actually, and I just love it. Then, last but not least, I think this was built after the engine workshop. It's the engine depot. It's a classical factory sort of building with a factory roof. So the sunlight comes from there, it falls into this roof or into these windows, and the back of it is just fully closed up. So that way you can get the most sunlight into your building. I'm lucky because by accident it was actually lined up with the sun, so that's very nice. That's a nice extra little detail. Yeah, and in here all of my engines are stored. So if we have sorry, we need like more steam engines than we have running around, because as soon as one comes in, I want one to be retrieved from this area like at once, because otherwise you have to wait for a long time. So that's what this building is for, just storing engines. The first track, by the way, stores the smaller type of engine that we use for the range line, actually. Yeah. Yeah, just... oh, look at that. Beautiful. I just released a video on the traverser table, which is not in the survival world. I don't know if I'm gonna make one, because it isn't really necessary, to be honest. But people were asking for it, so I made it. It works the same as the turntable. So if you want to see how the turntable sort of functions, it is kind of the same. The only thing that changed is the turntable turns it around on a bearing, and the traverser table slides it with a how do you call it? A gantry shaft. That's the only thing that's different. Let me just quickly already hop on this train before it goes off. This is the branch line engine. We made a really cool video about it. Yeah, so this is the smaller engine thing, or the smaller engine that I was talking about. This one can also be stored in the shed. On the turntable, there is a sorting system. So let me just quickly fly over there. We have some time. Yeah, over on this, it checks the length of the train. And here this switch is controlled by redstone. You have these switch motors from Steam and Rails. And it switches it over to the left if it's a medium size, like straight ahead if it's a big size, and to the right if it's a small one. So that's how I sort out my engines after the turntable. Let's follow the branch line engine. We'll look at the goods depot later, because that was built after the branch line. I think they changed the sounds of steam engines. They added like some sort of wheel roll to it. Yeah, they added something to it. So again, we come past the farm and we go onto the branch line. So I like the branch line because it like flows around like all of the current stuff that was there, except for this part maybe that is a little bit like man-made, but like flows around the water side. I do need to clean up this area. I do need to add some retaining walls and things like that, but overall it's pretty cool. And of course, when you keep driving, you enter the branch line station. I am gonna build a sawmill over here eventually. That at least that's the plan. I don't know when I'm gonna do that. But the sawmill will probably be on the other side of the lake with a rail line to it. And then this will be like a little station for the sawmill and maybe for a castle. I was thinking of building a castle up here. I do have to check where I will find the time to do that. Also need to finish up the station. I have some replay mod recordings of this station building being built. Like halfway at least. So yeah. We have to finish that up. One day. And then we can release a video of that too. And also schematic and shit. Let me hop back in. So the engine just loops around and hooks back up to the back of the train. And there we go again. So yeah, pretty nice, pretty nice, pretty nice. I was thinking of making this like a one line rail. But since I also want the sawmill to run on it, it wasn't quite a smart idea to do that. Maybe if I made like one siding to pass along, but... yeah, this is, I guess, the better solution. So the one thing that's left to go to, or one base, is Brian's base. He doesn't have that much, but he has some stuff. Actually, that floating thing over there used to be his base too, but he abandoned that after some things happened. We'll probably have to wait for a red signal. At least slow down. Oh yeah, now we can speed up again. Okay, so a lot is happening right now over here. Look at that. All of the engines are arriving at the same time. It's beautiful. One engine is leaving. So that engine has to wait. The Express will soon have its train. So back over there you see the goods depot that we built like a few streams ago, maybe 2 or 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, I don't know, because we also built a farm. Yeah, just a little building to fill up the area. Goods depot. I guess we could eventually shunt like wagons to here with certain items. Would be nice to get more movement into the yard. A little ramp for a car to drive up, for example. And some storage base down here, of course, for the cars. Yeah, just a little extra building, you know. I might make some more over here. Some of those sort of buildings. Of course, the chimneys are added later to our factory buildings. Also in here, there's a machine for ash, I think. Yeah, it's for ash. Yeah, the chimneys just also add something new. Something factory-ish. That one is quite small and quite fat, but I really like that one. It's like the perfect size next to that building. I love it. Okay, so that's that for the rail yard. We do need to visit Brian's base, and I just want to fly over here to take a look at the farm. So this is the road that will lead up to the farm, or that does lead up to the farm. I need to connect it up to the main base. And on this road, I will have some lorries driving up and down to get wheat and all the stuff from the farms, of course. So as you can see, this is the sort of way the farming machine will drive through the field eventually. It will leave some spots behind, but oh well. I guess that's, yeah, that's just that. There's quite some space in here. I might make it into a chicken farm too, or a barn. Like an actual animal barn. And up there I'll probably store some hay bales or something. There we go. Up here there will be some hay bales. Of course our giant digging machine, which made our whole railway yard a possibility. So yeah, that's very nice. Are there any engines driving past here soon? Let me check. No. No. Okay, so we're not gonna wait for that. Like, this is the section of rail line that's the most decorated outside of the main area. With this. Yeah, of course the other side isn't, but it's one of the better sites in the world. Let me actually go run to the coal farm. This building is an old building, I think from either Pyrex or his girlfriend. So we never removed that. I don't know why. And this is also an old base from somebody that used to play. I definitely need to remove this stuff because it's just useless and sitting here. I do not want to steal from others, but he's never coming back on this server anymore. There's nothing of value anyway for me, so... So this is the coal facility, the coal mine, you could call it. Oh, and here I did some checks on how to make a slope, which works pretty nicely. Apparently if you have a slope after a slope, it merges into one, so it makes a smooth slope. Yeah, the building is quite cool, but what I came here for, because we've already seen the building, there's a waystone, I think. Yeah, there's a waystone. Why is that section red? Oh? What? I think that signal is bugged. Yeah, it is. That's displaying red, but it is green. Very weird indeed. Because from the waystone we can go to Brian's base. Where we are right now. Yeah, and he was just working on some storage buildings. Some 6 steam engine setups. Some a farm building. A cool farm building. And I think there used to be a village here. Or he just built that himself, I don't know. And some lava storages and water storages. And yeah, just he cleaned up the area to start building. This was actually a really good area to start like a base. It's kind of flat. If you want to make like a giant railway station here, you have like space enough. Like holy shit, there's so much space. And it's right next to a mountain, so that's a cool lead to make like an ending station, for example. So if I go to my factory from there, then it's like cheap. But if I want to go to the coal mine, for some reason, that isn't free anymore. Maybe it's because it's my second waystone. I don't know. Maybe the first one is always free. So the world is bugged over there, but yeah, that's it. So I think that's it for the creator world. Actually, let's fly to Kenyox's base. As I said, over here the plan, big station building. I'll show you soon in the single player world. And a retaining wall. There's our steam engine driving by through the void. So we'll have a forest between us to sort of separate the areas a little bit more. And the plan was to have a fence here. At least that was his plan. But yeah. This is his factory. Factory of Kenyox. Steam engine. He has, I think, one of the best XP farms because he has like a lot of spawners. Definitely has the most bones, I think. I think the bones are like here somewhere. Yeah, there's bone meal. Yeah, look. Cobble farm. And down here, this was actually where he started. Like he made crushers and then a storage system like under the ground. Which is pretty cool still. And a smelter setup back there. He also has a lot of items basically. And then later on he added these buildings on the side. At first this was full of rails because he wanted to make a storage building for his rails. But right now it's a food storage something. Oh, this is his food silo. In here he makes sugarcane, all kinds of stuff. I think all of this. And then in the other one, there's a bee farm. Glazed apples he makes, or like honeyed apples, honeyed stuff. Which are quite good food source, so with that and a farm, like a wood farm, makes a pretty stable source. This used to be the old, no, this is the current shunt line. So on the base you see this track. So this track that comes from the main rail yard, I wanted to have a rail coming to the factory, to the main factory. So there's one little stop for 1 or 2 cars here. And then it continues on to the main shunt. To what will eventually be the fuel yard. So over here, or a digger engine sits, which digs tunnels for us and embankments and things like that. And yeah, this is gonna be the shunting yard for the fuel cards. And I made a cool computer craft system to check which fuel is in which and if it's full or empty. But that still requires a lot of work to actually make it automated to where it's for example shunting diesel into there, it's shunting raw oil into here, whatever, you know. I want to not only change the order. Changing the order is easy. But I also want to empty them out in their separate little cars. So that still requires a lot of fun work. We'll have to see and dive into that soon. Yeah, I think that's it for the world. Let's quickly dive into the survival world to get some highlights. Or into the single world to get some highlights. And then after that I'm gonna leave again. Because I got some other things to do today. So yeah. Let's go in that world. So these engines are coming in. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So yeah, we really need to update that little area down there to make it look better. And of course, we still need ideas for this area. Still don't know what to do here. So let's leave this world behind. And jump straight into the... oh. Let me quickly do something. Mods? No. Let me go to my saves file and then... backup, create, test world. I just updated the mods for copycats. It looks like there's no crashes, no issues. So I feel like we can keep this version stable and running. There are some visual glitches, but those will get fixed eventually too, which is fine. Yeah, let's hop onto the single player world. This is the old single player world, so no, this is actually the current one that I'm using. You might wonder, where are you? Why are you flying under the floor? Well, I just built this little area for the video of the traversing table. I could get like a schematic of this if somebody wants it. It contains like all the buildings that we made for the survival world, but just in a different setup. I think it looks quite cool, to be honest. It looks quite realistic. Well, the rails over here are kind of weird. Because there should be some better entrance into the turntable, but okay. But yeah, it looks really cool. Some customly made actual trees, which are sitting here. These are already in the world, made with the Copycats mod 2. And these are not in the world yet, but I'm definitely going to use them. Yeah. And this just showcases like what we've done in the last half year, I think. And also the new inventions, of course. I'm thinking of adding like all the inventions that we made or engines onto this area to record them. So here we see the first try at our new station building. Pretty cool, but not what I wanted to go for. Everything is made out of, in my world, set up with that sort of like stone and actual bricks. And to have like a marble thing, it feels too much like a palace. So then I looked at the St. Pancras station in London, and I started deciding something like this. So it takes some things from that station and it takes some others again. But mostly it's just made to fit in my rail yard. This is how it will look on the inside. Of course, it will be decorated a little bit more with some chairs and things like that. And I think the upper floor is not decorated, right? No, but that's fine. So this will be our station building eventually. I've already made the back of it, where it hooks up to the engines, or the the rails. Yeah, so this will look pretty snazzy in the end. I do have to still design the left wing. It will be different than the other side. I don't want it mirrored anymore. Of course, this is our world where we build, design and try out things. The branch line station. Or at least a part of it. The locomotive depot. Very nice. The station building with the fucked up sides, which didn't look clean at all. Of course, some wagons sitting here, which I just used. The main factory building. The rail yard for wagons, building wagons and things like that. This is from like the old create server that we had. So yeah, all these engines are borked. I still need to remove them. I am gonna clean up all of this shit though. Over here, our old gantry crane. Oh yeah, in our survival world, in the server, there will be a gantry crane like this. So we will be able to pick up a container and move it onto a train. And we will probably make lorries that drive the containers to the base. So a container will be lifted from a train onto a lorry and then drive to the base and back. So that will also be work to set up, but it will be cool. This is the little video set for the turntable version number 3. Still here. Yeah, looking pretty good, pretty good. Some variants for the tunnels. I still need to, yeah, I still need to use these one day. I think this tunnel was used on the turntable video. Yeah, I think it used to be over here. And then, like, around the turntable it would be black. The roundhouse design, still sitting here. With all of the rails and things. Beautiful. The factory buildings. The dockside factory buildings, that's called. Actually, over there, we have our newly designed gantry crane. We designed this before. But I'm still going to build this in the world. It's quite simple. I need to check, though, if this is computer craft available. Because I do want to run it with computer craft, so I might have to change some things around. But we shall have to see. And then what's left? Oh yeah, our idea for the harvester, which is probably gonna change because this looks like shit. But the idea here is to... let me check if this works. Oh yeah, it needs to drive backwards first, right? Yeah. So it drives backwards. See, that's what it is. And now we can leave again. And when we come back to it, it does the inverse. Yeah, still pretty cool. And now we can drive off again. Harvest our crops. Harvest the crops. Disassembles. Puts it up. Reassembles. Yeah, so that's gonna be the farming machine. It will need to look a lot better though, so yeah, this version isn't gonna work. With some redstone down below to make it work. Oh, and one more thing I want to show you. Actually, there are two more things. Where's the fuel thing? Somewhere else. So this here is the railway system, which was going to be in the signal box. I can select from departure to platform 1. And now it's ready to go from platform 1 to departure, or from arrival to platform 1, etc. It will switch these over. And the switches would be controlled by redstone switch thingies from Steam and Rails. So right now these three are on. That means... Let me check actually. Which switches are these? These are number 3, number 2 and number 1. As the signs indicate. Number 3 is not on right now, so... Oh yeah, I think it was bugged in an old state. But if I turn 1 and 2 off, they go off. If I turn 9 on... Oh, 9 isn't on the board yet. Nope. If I turn, 8 on, it will turn on. If I turn 5 on, 5 will go on. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, that's 7. 5 is down here. Yeah, so that's how it used to work. Might still finish that code and then release it in a separate video, but we'll have to see it. What we do with that. The most important thing we'll do, what we do with code is this setup over here. Which list mainframe it's called. Oh god. Right, item type, display type. Yeah, I think I overrid just get item detail slot. Let me edit mainframe. Oh, I removed all. Wait. What? I think I borked the PC, but I still have the code. So let me just get from the Minecraft and then let me get the code real quick. Yeah, there we go. So check for wagons, please. I hit that button and it will check all of these things for what kind of a cargo they're holding. And what it is. So it's currently written down milk wagon, petrol wagon, lava wagon, oil wagon. So this lava wagon contains lava. That's right. This one contains oil contains water. I think that's right. I think I put the wrong liquid in there. Oh, sorry. I need to get a wrench. Yeah, it's water. And then those ones contain milk or nothing. If they're green, they're filled. Otherwise, they're not. Let me hit it again. So if I recheck everything, that one is now empty of water, so it should become red, but still read oil wagon. Also, you might wonder, how does it check which engine is which? In each wagon, there is a how do you call it? In each wagon, there is a certain item. So this one is red steel, this one is gray steel, etc. And it checks that and names the wagons based on that. It's basically done through a list which is defined at the start. It's not like hard, not actually in there in the hard code, so I can change it more easily. But yeah. So that's that. Yeah, and I still need to do some more things, add some more things to this. So it, for example, right now, these V's I've already added. I can click. These should be linked to a coupler, so I can link certain sets of wagons together. For example, if I do that one, or sorry, hit that one, these three should now be linked together and should be able to go off somewhere. That's how I want the setup to be eventually. And eventually I'd like it to be smart enough where it sees like, okay, a milk wagon is halfway there. I need to remove all of these wagons and then only have the milk wagon with me and hook it onto another milk wagon here. But that's something for in the future. Because right now it is time to close up our stream. Actually, oh yeah, this is the system that's in turntable. Just checks the length and then sends it with the switch to a certain lane. Also done with wildcards. So it's a short stream today, but I know the copycats mod is working, which is lovely. I hope it keeps on working. It doesn't crash me over in like a week or so. As I said, gotta do some other things today. It was Hen's birthday last Thursday. And we're having, well, not really a party, but like a small thing this evening. So, yeah. Actually, let me grab you. There we go. So, let me get in position for you guys. Now that I've shown you the world. Because we're closing up. Anyway, this was, I think, stream 75, I hope. I hope it was 75. That would be perfect for, like, a world tour thing. But we'll have to see about that. I don't know for sure if it was. So, I think we've shown everything in the world. I hope you enjoyed it, of course. This little world view tour thingy. We are going to build more stuff into the world. So, yeah. Just definitely... have to keep up to date with mods and keep on building in this world, because there's a lot left to do. Motivation is a little bit lower right now. It's nice weather outside, so there are also nice things to do outside. For example, go to a lake and have a swim, etc. But as soon as it's after summer, we are hitting some less good weather again. So yeah, that means more create mod maybe. We'll have to see. Anyway, I'm Imaginary Dave. I'm signing off. I thank you for watching. If you are watching this from YouTube, check out in the description down below the link to my Discord. You can get notified when I'm live. You can chat along. You can check out schematics. You can check out the new videos. Also, a new video is just out. Go watch it. Yeah. As always, I'd like to thank you. And bye-bye.